hate puppies.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. Here's hoping that your Thanksgiving treated you well and you're feeling about as fat as I am right now. I enjoy
Dude, I
some
seriously
food.
pummel carbs.
Oh, my
Dude,
God.
I still have a thing of like cheesy potatoes that I'm just mauling. And then also on the plate is mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese, and it's just like I'm gorging myself like a full-on animal. And I think I made that noise actually while I was eating several times.
People that are like,
Japan, that's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
people were like, oh, yeah, just cut out carbs. It's like, yes, fucking red meat's delicious. Chicken's delicious. But I want the fucking carbs, too,
Yeah.
man. Like, it's,
Right.
I'd rather have that. Like, the sides are all my favorite food
Exactly.
of
don't know.
Turkey Day.
I've been on a steady diet of desserts ever since then.
We just
too.
did a dessert raffle at Cub Scouts.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, dude.
The desserts.
hilarious.
That's something I usually can avoid, and I don't know what's going on, but I started eating them leading up to Thanksgiving, like just
Prepping.
sampling.
Well, I also have a senior who's in like the dessert baking class, which does not help. You'll just come home and there's some magical shit whipped up.
Yeah.
And you're like, God.
Like, well,
Like
thank
he makes
you.
these pumpkin whoopie pies. Lock that shit up. It's over with.
What is a pumpkin whoopie pie?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's two pumpkin cakes with whoopie shit in the middle.
Okay.
It's like a creamy,
Like a white icing, but two.
yeah.
I don't think I knew what a whoopie was. That
Oh,
was
you know what a whoopie pie
Whoopie
is?
pie?
No, that's where
Oh,
I
okay,
got
my bad.
confused. I'm going.
It's like-
he's like exactly what I thought. I was like,
Speaking of whoopee, did you see the Al Roker clip? I might have sent it to you guys.
No.
oh, the poon.
Dude, he's on the Today Show, and they're going around talking to all the Today Show people, asking what's their favorite food. And he was like, my mom used to make this stuff called sweet potato poon.
Nice.
And it was the best. And he talked about it. He kept saying sweet
Kept
potato
saying
poon.
poon.
Really?
And everyone, no one, like the producers didn't call him on it. Like, nobody called him on it. And he just keeps talking about his mom's poon all fucking day long.
I have that theory. We've talked about it before that I think that there's some people that are just such nerds
Yeah.
that they have no clue that they're saying shit that perverted people like us find hilarious. You know what I mean?
How do you make it to 60 or
Like I
55?
think Angel and I saw someone's license plate that was like blowing you, and we drove by and we look at him, and they're like 60-year-old pencil pushers, and you're like, what fucking world do you live in? You know what I mean? Like, that shit's goddamn hilarious. Your kids didn't tell you? You know what I mean?
You're like, oh, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Handing out blowies?
Jeez. Whatever, man.
I'll take one to go.
Right,
Most
yeah.
popular guy at the rest area.
For
That's
sure. Yeah. Yep.
There's feet tapping under every stall in that rest
Exactly.
area when that car's sitting there.
Did I just see you?
Square?
Did I just see you pull up in the Taurus with the blow?
The
Okay,
Taurus.
yeah. Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That just, some people are just fucking not on the same. Are we just like fucked up in the head? Or like who's. I
It's
guess
hard
we're
to
just
tell
fucked up in
because
the
you
head.
surround yourself with people
Yeah.
like you, and then so you think the world is like you.
Yes.
But that doesn't-
I fully agree.
You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean like anyone who's like in a religious cult is like everybody loves Zenith or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, it's just
Zazu,
yeah, that's just how it goes.
the terrible.
Yeah, I think we're just surrounded by degenerates.
I always
Yeah.
go that.
Me too.
Childish.
Like I go,
Like, I
my
can't.
head lives in the gutter. Like if you say anything remotely,
Yep.
like Dingle is Dingleberry, like whatever it is, I'm going immediately to
Yeah.
the,
I'm the same way.
somebody
My-
says
and my
Rod,
kids-
I'm like Rod Farva. Maybe that's just my movie thing. I think. Yeah, I got a weird mind.
And the kids will drop that shit all the time, and I'll just want to like make some offhand comment, and I just have to
yeah.
bite my tongue, like. And then I will I'll say something to the wife, she'll be like, right over her head. She
Right.
didn't catch it. I'm like,
Yeah.
never mind. Talking to myself over here.
Kids say all kinds of awesome stuff without
Right.
realizing it constantly. One of my girls, though, the youngest one, is starting to. She's going to be one of us.
Right.
I can tell because Every time she gets a chance.
The little one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's always anything with F. That F stands for fart. Like,
Yeah.
it's like B. Oh, it's butt. It's just, she's always going down that road. And I'm
Been
like,
hanging out here with us too long.
Like, there is not a that's what she said or that's what he said joke that gets by my wife or I. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I mean? It's like we are that on the ball.
That's
and if
awesome.
I miss it, she's on it. You know?
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
she's on it.
That's
For
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, you're just setting them
Nailed
up.
it. Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be the easiest episode ever. If
Yeah,
this
it
is
is.
the route we're going. Damn. Yeah, but I'm feeling rough after Thanksgiving. I have just been on a binge, and it's binging everything. Like
See,
everyone's
not drinking too much, I feel great. They're still fatter.
Yeah. I did pretty good on the drinking, the eating, but the kids wore my ass out. I had a lot of time with the kids over the
Really?
holidays. Was off Wednesday all day with them. Thursday, of course, was Thanksgiving with the whole family. Friday, I was off with them while the wife was working.
that makes it hard.
Should have hit me. Dude, Thursday night, first time I ever had a Black Friday experience.
Oh, no, you did it?
Yes.
Oh,
Was it
no.
awful?
Well,
I've never done it.
I never have in my life.
What
until
was
Thursday.
it that got you to go out and deal with that?
Nothing. It was just simply.
Boredom?
Well,
Wanted
there
to
was a
get out of
few
the house?
things that Angela and Megan was in town too, so that she needed. So
Congrats
Kansas City
to her.
Joe, yeah. So Kansas City Joe and me, they were like, we need to go to Walmart and at least see what the specials are and see what it's like. They wanted us to get a magazine to see.
You aimlessly went. Like you didn't even have direction.
No,
You
no-
just
no
knew
direct-
you
Well,
wanted
no,
to-
Well,
there
you
were
know they
there
got
was,
dope deals
There was
there.
5 things that we definitely needed. They were like, we know these are on a special. You
Yeah.
need to go now because if you go in the morning, they're not going to be there. So it was like, cool. It was like 9:00, so we went down there, and it wasn't like the things you saw on TV where there was stampedes.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like people that weren't from here were there, and they were out and about grabbing
On a
random
mission.
shit. Like the aisleways were fucking packed. Everybody was there on a mission for looking for stuff. It's just crazy to think about, man.
Absolutely is.
I saw a meme that's hilarious. It was like, we're thankful on Thursday, and then Friday I'll cut you for
Yeah.
a TV. And it's
Yeah.
so true. It's like, Jesus.
It's like-
what are we doing?
I was flipping through the channels, and Ellen was on giving away a bunch of shit. And she's like, and everybody here gets a $200 gift card. And they cut to the fucking crowd. And if I just showed you that crowd, you'd be like, oh, this crowd, they just won the lottery, and they're splitting up $68 million because everybody's literally going bananas,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, it's a fucking $200 fucking Amazon gift card. Like,
right.
reevaluate your
Well, the
fucking
people in the
life.
audience are damn near like cattle. They got people like shocking
Yeah,
them, telling them when
yeah.
to laugh. There's a big applause sign. How dare you not laugh at Ellen or applaud hard? You will get kicked out.
So
To the gulag with you.
you're going on our list. You're never welcome back
That's
here.
right, exactly. How dare you clap halfway?
Yeah. So did you find some deals? Did you see any like craziness?
There was some no fist fights or nonsense, but it was just like
Some dude in Atlanta like shot up a place or something. Yeah.
Really? We got some like there's an Xbox Live card that was it's like 3 months is $30 and you could get them for $12. So we got 1 or 2 of those.
That's
Couple
actually a
other
good
things.
deal.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
If you're into Xbox Live, yeah,
for sure.
because that allows you to play with all your buddies or
So-
random
but it only
people.
saves you a few bucks.
Well, it saves you. It's
over half off.
I could sell it on eBay.
I
and
mean,
make
I feel
money.
like over half off is awesome if you're dropping grand. I mean, to me, if you're dropping $15, who cares if it's half off?
I agree in general.
I don't know. To me, like Xbox Live is something I've never purchased because I can't bring myself to take on $10 a month. I know that's petty, but I'm like, I don't think I'd use it enough.
Well, there's
but
some,
12
like-
for 3 months. I'm considering.
But like Fortnite, you can't play without Xbox Live.
You need internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and God knows that's what the kids do.
My kids have yet to play it. I've kept them off of it.
Good.
My kids are hooked.
Oh, really? The girls are into it too?
They come out every weekend. Can I play? Can I play?
Play
And I
what?
have to- they like a game called Rayman a lot.
Oh, okay, nice.
But I give them
Rain Man, you just
just
change his diapers and walk him around.
count
Wapner.
matchsticks.
Watch
Walk
Wapner.
Wapner. Yeah, it's a super thrilling game.
Get my underwear at Kmart.
Oh, look, I got him freaking out.
I got him free. He's about to. Like you're building up power, like when you would get in turbo mode on NBA Jam.
Got it.
Dad, he
He's
is
in
really
spaz
freaking
mode.
the fuck out right now. Check him out.
Extra points.
Oh my
High
God.
score. High score.
Yeah. High
He's guessing
score.
the number of all the straws.
That's
It's
right.
like crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah. He's about to get a straight jacket.
I've never done it. I
didn't.
were you just bored, just looking to get out?
We were sitting around, and we've got 2 pregnant women, so that's another part of it.
You mean go out here in the street and just gamble my own life, or sit with these pregnant women? Yeah, I'll do that.
That's right.
I'll do that.
We'll gladly go to Black Friday. Whatever,
sure.
whatever you want. Whatever
Yeah.
you want. Ice cream's half off, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could push back a little bit more when they weren't, but now I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to sit here and stare at you people. I don't mind driving.
Yeah, I was ready to get out of the house, that's for sure.
Yeah. But anyways, Friday we should have caught up. It was just me and Kansas City Joe and Jacob.
Yeah, we
just milling
should've.
around doing nothing. Shot some guns and
How's Kansas City Joe's mustache looking?
solid.
Yeah,
My
look
man looks
good.
like Mario, like a motherfucker.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
He's going to power up.
Yeah, he is.
That's awesome.
But no, he's strong. We got him a shirt. Cause,
Good.
Yeah, old Keo grabbed him one at the check-in. So
Nice.
caught up with Keo.
And this mustache has been an interesting month.
I
man.
got a
It
few.
really
I got a
is.
few extra shirts, so maybe we should do a giveaway.
Ooh, I like that.
Are they double XLs? Because I assume our listeners are double
They're all
XLs.
a size up, though.
Dude, the sizes are jacked up. The last at midnight thing we ran into Jackson, he was like, "Yeah, put it on XL," and it was tight, so I got to go up to a double XL.
Oh, that dude's a lot smaller than me.
Yeah.
So I
They're
was
super
like,
narrow.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I had grabbed I don't even know. I grabbed a 3X, a 2X, an XL, and maybe another XL or something. And I was like, dude, if you need a 2X, I definitely need a 3X. And I'm wearing a 3X right now. Like, that's,
It looks good.
yeah.
That's
Damn.
the one I got is a 3.
Yeah, this mustache has been interesting because there's a little part of me that looks in the mirror now and goes, I look kind of cool.
Not
Hey,
me.
you.
But then
I look at
there's
myself and I'm like, this has to go.
oh,
What is
there's
this
90% of
fucked up
me.
looking walrus.
There's 90% of me that absolutely hates it. But
Yeah.
there's just this little.
Was you
it's like
trimming
that-
yours?
That no,
No?
no,
Okay.
cute. I mean, I shave around it,
Yeah.
trying to shape it.
I don't know if you were like trimming it down.
No.
Okay.
But thank you. That's not cool. It's a strong mustache.
That's hilarious.
It's been interesting though, man, because there is that little 10%. Like when I'm wearing aviators and see myself in the mirror and go, yeah, that dude looks kind of
Badass.
cool. Yeah. But then the other 90% of me is like, oh God, please.
Yeah, I'm ready for it to go.
Ew. Yeah.
But
I thought I would grow into it more. Like obviously the first week's the worst. And yes, it does look better now, but I'm still not. I haven't fallen in love with it. That's for sure.
Yeah, no.
I had an interesting situation last week out here. I discovered something that's more powerful than charity amongst my friends.
Oh, we haven't done a podcast since
No, we have not.
since Sunday Bloody
I could have
Sunday.
told you that. Everybody loves beating you up.
Sunday Bloody Sunday.
I found out that the only thing stronger than charity is fucking your boy. And
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
Not literally. We don't do
That
that,
was-
out here.
Yeah, these mustaches aren't that strong. No, they. I decided. I remember. I believe it was you that started this a while back. You said you were going to match donations. For
Yeah, I
some
stole
people.
it from the mustache cheater himself, Chris Wills, and he
Well,
did
so
it.
he's a grower on our team.
Yeah.
and I saw both of you guys do this, and it went off really well. I
Basically
mean,
saying whoever donates before midnight, I'll
Did a-
match it.
did a-
Something like
I'll
that.
match your donation.
We did a 24-hour. Wills and I both did a 24-hour. We'll match your donations with the caveat up to $100.
Yeah.
We
Smart.
cut it off at
Smart.
$100.
Yeah.
So I had told Brendan when he was, railing on the listeners a couple weeks ago, I go, here's what you need to do. You need to do what we did. I said, we both immediately got over $100 in donations. So therefore we just, we each donated $100.
I thought it's just the
He
shot
was
in
like-
the arm I needed.
He was like, dude, that's stupid. He's like, I've already paid the 20. I'm not doing that. Well, then you heard him cuss the listeners and everybody else, and he still wasn't getting anywhere. He's at like $150. So then last Sunday, he's all like, hey, guys, some of you didn't donate. I'll match your donations today.
I decided to throw it out while we were all sitting around drinking beers.
So there's a good
watching.
12 people here-ish.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but I figured these degenerates, which I was right, those degenerates, but I figured these degenerates aren't donating because they don't believe in the cause. And I was like, I will demonstrate that I believe in the cause. I will match your donations. I figured I'd throw it out there to them. And man,
So it instantly becomes a game of
The-
see if you can make Brendan pay as much as money
Yes.
as possible.
the twinkle in their
Oh, man.
damn
Oh.
eyes. Yes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they're like, I was thinking about donating, but you know what? I will donate. It's for the kids. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I've been saying. It's for the kids.
Yeah.
It took me
It was
a little
for the
while.
kids before you said you would match, too, by the
Exactly.
way.
Right.
Thanks, friendo.
Right. Now
They-
it turns
they-
into a game, though.
Yes.
Yeah, and it became a different kind of game, a game of charity and screw your boy.
Yeah.
And it kept going. It escalated. It escalated quickly. I believe I have a. Do I have one of those? Oh, I don't know where
Should
the
have
hell
a
it
drop for that.
You have a drop?
Boy,
is. You would think.
that escalated.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I mean, it was fast. So I
Brick, you stabbed a guy.
Yeah.
I put it out there.
You get a car. You get a car.
Said I'll go ahead and match them, and then the first donation came in. My buddy was like, "You know what, man? That's great. I've been looking for a reason to do it. I'm going to donate to you today. I think that's really cool of you." And I was like, "Thanks, man." He gave me $50,
That's awesome.
and I was like, "That is awesome, man! A $50 donation." And I'm feeling really good. I'm like, "You have made a really good decision." Next guy jumps up. He's like, "You know what? I'm gonna match it. I'm gonna do $50 as well." So, and now I'm thinking, all right, this is great. $200. I've basically doubled all my donations. This is perfect. Now, when they started hearing that, that's when the sharks started circling, like
Yeah, they
blood in
did.
the water.
Well, it was like, not only can I donate and make Brendan pay, now it's a competition
good
to
cause.
see, like, oh, I have to best the other guy who already donated.
exactly.
which I felt pretty good about it, because I like that healthy competition.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was trying to race, and in my mind, I was thinking this day should cost me about $250.
Right.
It's kind of I figured 5 dudes pony up, give the 50 they were going to give.
That's
and
about right.
so that's what I was. That's what
Yeah.
I was banking on.
Because some of the guys had already donated, and like you said, all of them weren't going to donate. You would
A couple of them
assume.
are growers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I just figured
That's a
I'll
fair
just-
assumption, which is
Yeah,
what it ended up being.
I
think,
gave
right?
you nothing, so you're welcome.
Yeah, and well, no, you didn't help the kids, but thank you for holding out.
I helped
agree with
you. I helped your kids. Christmas might happen now.
So things were going pretty well until all the guys started talking, and then I noticed every time somebody walked in the bar to have a drink, they start screaming, "Brendan's matching donations today. Give it up for
Yeah,
the big
buddy.
guy."
Turns into fuck your
and
buddy
I'm like,
day.
"Oh!" And then everyone started talking. People started pooling together cash. So then I got 10, I got 20. So even people who had never donated, which was good, they did come out of the woodwork. But then, if you guys listen back to last year's ghetto ski trip issue, there's a guy there, the plumber. And the plumber was the one who played the joke on our boy and completely, I think, set off the trip
That was hilarious.
in a direction that was just unbelievable. If there's one thing this guy loves, it's committing to a joke
yes.
and putting it on his boys.
For sure.
And when he walked in here and they yelled it, they were like, "The plumber's here. He's matching donations." He just giggled, the most evil giggle I've ever heard.
I saw the color escape Brendan's face
Yeah.
as the day was going on.
Because
Like,
I
he
know-
looked sick.
But
He
that
looked
dude
bad.
is honestly charitable. Like
Oh, yeah.
he really is a charitable guy.
I think he actually he's already given
He's a corporate sponsor.
$1,500 to the
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a corporate sponsor.
Yeah.
Those shirts were pretty much paid for by him, so he doesn't owe us anything.
No.
But man, when he saw he could screw me, first thing out of his mouth, "You cover 1,000, right?" And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" I was like, "This is for the kids." Granted,
Yeah.
I was like, "But I don't know that I can go that high. Like, how about I just match to like a certain point?" And he's like, "Are you a man of your word? Are you a man of your word?"
Oh, he starts digging in.
And then once he starts digging in, I'm like, "I'm a man of my word. Somebody give me a beer. I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you ever pull this." And then so he was like, "All right, $1,000. I get it. Little rich for your blood." And he's like, "You know what? I won't screw you. I won't even do 400 because I know that's a lot. But I really do want to make sure that I donate."
Did you ask him to keep it under 5? I feel like I heard that from someone.
I think he and I were kind of like looking at each other, and he was feeling me out. And then he goes, "Respect, man. I wouldn't do that to you, but it's for the kids." And he goes, "I just donated $399." And there was a part of me, the same part that loves the mustache, that little 10% was like, "Yeah!" And there was the other part of me going, "Whew,
that means I just donated
Yeah,
$399.
I just donated $400.
So how high did it get? $600 or so?
$850.
Oh,
that day?
my Lord.
And keep in mind, I don't want to not pay the service fees.
Right.
So I, of course, did that because I
Yeah.
have railed, pay your service fees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Allow the money to go to the kids. So then I had to step up and follow my own. I was just shy of $900 that day.
That's awesome.
When it was all said and done.
And he jumped up to 13th place.
I did
He
real
went
quick.
from like
Yeah.
140th to 13th.
Yeah.
But now it's like, how do you best that the next year? Like,
Well, we already have some things in the works to do that.
Yes.
oh, that's true. Nice. I like where your head's at. Well, it was,
Dude,
I tell you, it was a fun day. It was a fun day. I'm glad we raised a ton of money, but I did learn that charity does not hold a candle to dicking over your friends.
For sure.
And that's the lesson I learned that day. So, all you growers out there, this will come out on Thursday. You'll have one more day. How about you just tell everyone you'll match, and then you can.
there you go.
That's the way to do it. But
Well-
I think, honestly, being in a space like this where everyone's together is what does it.
Yeah, the Pallet
Yeah.
It
House
doesn't work online as well.
The Pallet House doesn't.
Because they feed off of each other.
They
Well, I
all
told
work.
you about my buddies did that, where one donated X amount of dollars, the next one
Oh,
did
yeah.
X
Up
amount
to-
plus a little bit, and the next
Yeah.
guy did X amount plus a little bit.
And that was it.
Cheapskate.
Because every
Yeah.
donation that started coming in that day was like they were one-upping each other just to see who could donate more because I'd have to donate more. And a
Well,
lot of high fives and hooting and hollering. But, hey, it was a good cause. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
But donate, people. Look, I put my money where my mouth is.
donate to me.
And we need to talk about the Stache Bash.
Yeah.
You getting listeners out there or what?
Come on out.
This episode will come out Thursday, so it would be the hardcores that'll know. We'll be at Triple Crossing down on the
Fulton one.
the Fulton Triple Crossing. We'll be out there. I'm guessing it starts at 6?
Something
goes
like
to
that.
like 9. That'll
They
be a
got
damn
band
good
and
time.
Shit, right?
We're going to be Ubering.
I'll be lifting.
Lifting, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Not driving.
Well, it's been a week and a day since Sunday Bloody Sunday, and
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
you are a different man, dude, because you Marco Polo'd me that night, and you looked and sounded sick to your stomach.
I was-
and watching that Marco Polo made me almost start puking into my sink as I stood there. Like,
Nice.
I felt bad for you, dude.
I felt bad. But I know what? Honestly, I'm excited now. Like, it's a good cause.
I'm glad
Like,
you come around.
I'm amped up. I'm like, that was awesome. They got me. But yeah, I'd be lying if I wasn't. There wasn't a part of me that was like, whoa, what just happened? Because when you go into a day thinking you're going to spend a little bit, and $900 later, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I think
that
I remember
was
you at one point going, if we can just keep it under 500, I'm okay with that. I'm
Because
okay
I
with
was
that.
once I saw what was happening, I was like, you know what? That's fine. We're gonna go from $250. We're gonna eat $500. I've bet that much on the Bulls, and they're awful. But
But
when
you knew
they-
that ahead of time before you made the bet, right?
that the Bulls were awful. Yeah, well, that's why their over under was so low.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But now I'm getting close. Like we've raised some good money. I'm hoping we can push it over the edge here at the last run because honestly, we're pacing behind where we should be.
Oh, yeah?
So all you listeners, I will match. Just kidding. That's it. Not happening.
Bummer's a listener.
Brendan will match all donations to Troy. Is that what you said, Brendan?
That is not. That is not. I do want to give some shout outs because I did get some good donations here in the last little bit.
I've
that
gotten a bunch, too.
I'm pretty excited about. We had my boy Jesse. I know he's a listener. He doesn't hear about this
Spano?
any other way. No, that'd be girl.
Okay.
Jesse K.
She's so excited.
Yeah, she is.
I
I'm
appreciate.
a little scared.
I appreciate your donation, my man. Sean, I definitely appreciate the donation. Eric, my buddy Eric donated on the day before he had his child, and I was like,
That's super cool.
That's pretty cool. And
Last day he had money.
my sister-in-law Liz stepped up big. I definitely appreciate it. But a huge shout out to Matt and Kim. They came up huge with
Yeah.
a big donation today, and I
Yep.
really do appreciate that, guys.
They
That
helped
was-
me out last year. They're great.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
So I've had some good donations this week. I've had some rough ones. I've had some good ones though.
Nice.
So I'm glad to see people.
I got a couple too. So Sonny G, appreciate it, man. Lively, you the man. JR, appreciate it. Let's see, Lukitas, thanks, man. So and all the others that I haven't mentioned, you know who you are. Really appreciate your donations. So if you're out there and you haven't donated yet, you got a couple days. When this comes out, you'll have 2 more days. So,
Yeah, I
for a
got
great cause, send it in to us.
my in-laws donated, my friend Stephanie, my fraternity brother Bradley, my neighbor Joe, my old buddy Dima.
Is that Joe the chef?
No, different Joe.
Where's Joe the chef?
I know, he hadn't showed up. My coworker
that got
Barbara
awkward.
and my buddy Daniel, LaDaniel, he donated for a second time. Then my buddy Justin and
That's
Wendy.
what I'd love to see, man. It feels so good you do it twice.
Yeah, he donated a little
I
bit,
like
and he
that.
came back and donated a lot more. And I was like, whoa, dude, that's awesome.
Some people, I used to do that when I was donating to guys. Like the first time I'd see their mustache, I'd be like, "That's a $10 mustache," and then we'd get closer, and I'd be like, "That, my friend, is a $50 mustache."
For
so
sure.
you would slowly ramp it up. This year, guys, don't expect a lot out of me. I've made my donation. I've invested.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Stache Bash. We're going to the answer on Wednesday, but you won't hear this until Thursday. But then the Stache Bash will be exciting.
Yeah, Stache Bash is a great time. I wonder if
Any listeners are coming in, shoot us a note. Let us know. We'll keep
Go
an eye out for you.
even look seriously. We've been going for years now. Last year, Ely was in it representing us. He won Rookie of
Who,
the
the
Year.
rookie of the year
Yeah.
over here?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, as someone who donated in years past, even if you don't donate, go. It's a fun time.
Oh, it's a great time.
Everybody's dressed
Hilarious
up. Yes,
costumes.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
All of which
Lots of
involve
good
mustaches.
pictures.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Good bands. Good beer. I'm excited that they're at
Triple
Triple Crossing.
They got good pizzas there. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
They got great pizzas there.
Is that the Billy
Interesting.
pie?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah,
They got that big wood burning oven, man.
that's
One
my
bite.
buddy Billy.
One
I
bite
know
with the
him.
rules.
Good. They make a good pizza. So and they
I s-
also have the Nightingale ice cream bars.
Dude,
Really?
we're a fan of
Boom.
those.
Yeah.
I stopped by Billy Pie, the store the other day. Do you know where it is?
No, I know they put one in Richmond though.
Yeah, there's one right there at Patterson and Three Chop, right there across from the Villages.
And that's funny because that place was a pizza place in a brewery that people started showing up just to eat the pizza and weren't even getting beer. And he was like, "Whoa, I might be onto something. It's not just drunk people; it's people going out of their way to come get my pie."
Yeah, because Billy, he was doing bread, Billy bread years ago. He's been doing that he was doing that 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Sold it, started a restaurant down on Main Street.
See, he just had to put cheese on the bread.
Well, I mean, he's successful
Yep.
at everything he does. Like, it's great food.
Well, his food's awesome. So
Yeah.
if you do come down to Triple Crossing, check it out. Not only is the beer good, I mean they've got a lot of beers that are pretty well known. Especially if you like hoppy beers, this is gonna be like Ely's hell. But they got everything they have as hops. You're like, ooh, this stout is hoppy.
I'm excited it's different than Hardywood.
Yeah, I get to Hardywood plenty. I don't get to get out to Triple Crossing, and this is a good location. A lot of room.
Yeah, it's very spacious.
Is it?
Yeah,
Unlike,
it's gonna be-
unlike Hardywood.
Where is it?
Straight down in by Fulton Hill, so you just
Right
keep
by the
heading out of the
what's-
city.
What's the big brewery down there?
Stone.
Stone. Like
don't
down
know
there
where
in
it is.
Industrial Park, like on
Past
the back
Rockets
side of
Landing, further out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a good time. So
in
if
that
there's any-
industrial area
If there's
down
any
there.
listeners that are coming, it's real easy. Head over to InsideThePalletHouse.com, click on the mustache, donate some money, and in the comments say, "See you at Triple Crossing."
They get you a free ticket.
Yes. Brilliant. Well played. But it's that easy to donate, guys. Head over to InsideThePalletHouse.com. This is the last time you'll hear us trying to raise the donations. So this is officially the plea. That's the loudest and the one that's most needed. We're right here at the finish line. Our mustaches are strong AF. See that because I'm young.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I gotcha.
And seriously, all this money goes to incredible children's charities here in the area. You know, we get feeding the kids, helping kids that have cancer and any number of other diseases at the children's hospitals, helping stop child abuse in the area. There's so many great causes and other causes too, like the Gallagher cause, which proceeds go to his daughter passed away, and there's it's done in memory of her to raise money for awareness with what she was dealing with. I mean, there's so many great causes. So if you get a chance, please do reach out and donate. Head over to InsideThePalletHouse. What in the, that's our boy. He looks a little rough. One of our growers just sent a picture in, and he looks pretty awkward.
He says, Marin.
He says, Brendan and Troy, I see your cowboy hats and ready to club me out a mechanic out on parole.
That is great.
He does look like Cheech.
He does.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
And his wife just put puking and sick face emojis under it.
That's awesome.
Well, please do donate. This is the final haul. We won't bring it up again for a year.
He should be catcalling his wife in Hispanic language. Hey, mommy. What's for dinner, mommy? You need your tires rotated or
Are you
what?
having Mexican again tonight? Yeah. See?
Dude, I got rear-ended last week or 2 weeks ago.
I bet you did. What was his name?
Some guy with a mustache.
Stephen.
I wish. Stefan's awesome. So wait, what are we? I'm talking about something else. I was in a car. I guess you could have gathered.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well,
No, check this out. I was.
Do you have a car hammock?
Yeah, I do. I was driving along, and I pull up to a red light,
all
and
I
I
can think about is that have sex with your wife in somewhere very uncomfortable. You mean like the backseat of a Volkswagen?
Yeah.
I was driving along, right? I stop at this red light, come to a complete stop. Car behind me comes to a complete stop because I always like look up, make sure that everyone's stopping. So I'm the first guy at the light. Car behind me is completely stopped. So I'm like going about my business, and all of a sudden I look up and the lights are coming at me fast, and I'm like,
Oh.
what in the hell is going on right here? And in the time I'm like getting ready to hit the gas like to go out, but I have to go out into an intersection, so I
Yeah.
can't just willy-nilly go out and then just wham. I get jacked. I was like, what the fuck? So I pull over.
So hold on. Did the car behind you stop or did the car behind you hit you? What?
The car behind me stopped,
Oh,
came
so
to a
you-
complete stop. Then it decided
then
to,
it took off.
Then it
Oh,
decided to
damn.
hit me. From
What?
a complete stop. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. And this girl gets out of the car like,
Hold
I
on.
pulled over.
I was going to ask you, who was the 60-year-old dude who did this?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I was like, someone just had a seizure. Something just happened. I actually was like concerned for them because I was like, what kind of an idiot comes to a complete stop and then just 5 seconds later decides to accelerate into your ass?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no.
Aneurysm idiot.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no, aneurysm, seizure. So I'm getting ready, not for the accident, but I'm like, I probably need to call an ambulance. We need to get this thing rolling.
You were going to save a
So
life.
I was
She
going
hops
to
out. Hey, baby.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
She walked out, freaked out,
Really?
Young,
Young, old?
girl.
Oh, really?
It was young girl.
You show cleavage?
I did, yes, immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
It's okay.
Did you fall out and grab your neck?
Yeah.
I'm a back.
My neck, my back.
No, so she was freaked out, man, and I because she pulled right over. So I'm like, okay,
We talking like new driver young?
I'd say 22, 23
Oh,
years
okay,
old.
gotcha.
And she and smelled of cigarettes.
Delicious.
It's
The cigarettes and bad decisions?
it's
That's
funny
right up Brendan's
because-
alley.
It's funny because it's a little point that I just want to put out there. Reeked of cigarettes, and I see where both you guys went very quickly. It's the same place I went.
Yeah.
She walked over. I was like, oh, interesting.
I'm not paying you a dime, ma'am.
So she comes walking out.
Where are you coming from?
She's freaking out and immediately just gives up all the information.
Oh, really?
She's like, oh my God, like my phone rang. I had come to a stop. My phone rang. I reached down to get it because it had fallen out of the passenger seat.
On the floor.
So she's like,
Could you start over?
Yeah, exactly. Let me just hit record.
Yeah.
So she leans down to get it, and she said her foot slipped off the brake. And then when she was leaned over, she went to put her foot on the brake, and she jammed it on the gas.
Nice.
Just raced into my ass.
Nice.
It's like super.
You were setting yourself up, dude.
Yeah. I didn't have any Kentucky jelly in the car. Sorry. Your butt hurt?
But I was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I'm fine." I was like, "I was afraid you might."
What kind
have
of car was it?
Had a stroke. A Mazda 626.
Okay.
I just know that because of
OG
insurance.
626?
No, newer one.
They still make those?
Well, Mazda
I was
6
shocked.
now. And Mazda
Oh,
6.
yeah.
But
I had a 626 for a while.
Yeah.
it's a sweet
It was-
ride.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't that what the Probe was based on?
Essentially.
And that's your idea of a sweet ride.
Yeah, it's so dope.
I love to probe, dude. I'd still consider buying one of those right now. Those are bad.
We know.
Don't follow. You just got rammed in the ass with I love probes and 626s.
Yeah.
You're really setting yourself up, mustache
Feeling
man.
it. Yeah.
Mustache man. I'm the mustache in the room now. I
Why
thought
did
it
they
was
stop
good.
putting missing people on milk cartons?
I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
Valid question. Everyone likes milk and still gets bought all the time.
Yeah.
It was a good way to distribute.
Right.
Or milk's not in cards anymore, is it?
I think they could probably imprint.
You know
it on
what
the
they do?
plastic
They
jug.
just they put them now in those things you get in the mail that you throw out.
It's on the
Yeah.
bulletin board at Walmart. It's like this person's been missing for 22 years. You're like, oh. maybe
Dude,
she
when you
just went to
catch
the
those
store.
Amber Alerts on your
Oh,
phone,
yeah.
that scares the holy shit out of you.
Oh, my
First, the
God.
sound is the worst sound
I
ever.
know.
But then you are vigilant. You're
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Oh God, show me a white Mazda 6,
Yeah.
please.
So
Yeah.
we caught one.
Hey, man.
We caught one in Disney World.
Open your trunk.
Right.
We caught one in Disney World. Like
Really?
we were done. We were back at the condo, and both the wife and our phones just and the boys are like, "What's that?" And we're like,
Suspect's got big black ears.
so we're like, "Oh, it's nothing."
He's wearing gloves.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're like, "Oh, it's an alert they send out when a kid goes missing." Well, my older son is super sensitive. Like he doesn't like scary movies.
Yeah.
Like real life shit catches him
Yep.
in real life.
Yeah, yeah.
And he didn't sleep that night
Really?
because he was like, "Oh, a kid went missing. Somebody broke in, to
Yeah,
wherever
I
they like."
get
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And that's how I was as a kid, so
Yeah.
I fully understand it too. We're like, no, chances are like this was a parent of a divorce. Like it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
They broke into the resort and took the kid out of
Exactly.
the 14th floor. Like,
Right.
but you can't tell a child that,
Yeah.
But how many?
I hear it did happen down the hall, though.
I honestly,
You better go sleep.
Exactly.
I think I was nearly kidnapped like 4 times as a kid.
I bet we
was
all
always
were.
hyping it up in my head like that's what
Yeah.
just happened. And
Yeah.
I don't know if any of them were real, but I certainly thought they were real at the time.
I mean, I remember being like 12 and like at home on a Friday night or whatever by myself, or maybe my brother and sister were there, and like flipping through the 4 channels we had and coming across America's Most Wanted, and they're like, "This guy was last seen headed east out of St. Louis," and I was like, "I live east of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Like he's probably right outside my
Down
house
the
right now."
street.
Yeah, like,
makes sense.
Yeah. That's
that's how a
hilarious.
kid's mind works.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And my kid's mind is like that, but even with things, if there's a storm, like this, it's going to rain really hard, Dad.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like,
he doesn't like
freaks
storms.
out.
Yeah.
No, he hates them. Like, probably going to get a tornado? Like, no. Stop it. Or if, God forbid, the power goes out, it's like the
Oh,
earth
yeah.
is falling off of its axis. Jesus, it'll be back on. In no
We're gonna
time.
slide right off the side of the earth.
Yeah.
because we're flat earthers.
For sure.
Duh.
And you guys see the Mars landing today? Watch
Did
it?
not.
I didn't even know. How'd I miss this?
I don't know. I watched it. Live
it
stream.
cool?
It was pretty cool. Yeah. Tons of NASA
Anybody there?
nerds that were high fiving. Yeah.
See anybody on the?
They answered on the first knock.
Hello.
Yeah.
We've been waiting on you guys.
That's right.
Finally.
Right. Yeah. That was pretty cool. It was. They live streamed it. They had like a. Like a YouTube video has the clock go in the bottom. Like that was they had a timeline. Like
Who sent
parachute's gonna
it?
come out.
Is this a NASA
Yeah.
probe? Okay.
Was it fake like the moon landing?
Probably.
Yeah.
But it was great television.
Still cool to see.
Made for cool
Fake or
TV.
not.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Hey, movies are fake. I still like them.
Right. But it was pretty cool. It was like, heat shields at maximum temperature right now, like 2,000 degrees or something.
That's
and then
awesome.
Heat shield falling off right now. And then, all that jazz. Deploying
That's smart.
parachute.
It's smart of NASA to put that out there like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
They need to because they're not
Yeah.
getting funded.
no.
You know.
No. And they're high-fiving once it landed.
Heck yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was pretty cool.
So anyway,
So-
back to your
Yeah, so-
rear-ending story.
So
What were you talking about? Oh,
well,
yeah.
so
get
my
rear-ended.
my car got jacked up a little, like not a lot, but like the bumper was mangled up a bit, and I'm like, ugh, girl, I'm gonna have to get your insurance info, and
Yeah.
like we have to do this. She's like, do you need to call the cops? I'm like, I don't need to call the cops. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to call the cops, we can.
I
But
can tell you who doesn't want you to call the cops. The cops.
Right.
well, that's
for
what I'm
sure.
thinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, the last thing they want to do is see the 2 cars that can clearly drive away from here
Yeah.
and go about their business, and they got to waste their time. I'm like, nah.
I'll tell you what does drive me nuts, though, is when that happens and it's like rush hour, and two of them stand in the middle of the lane.
Oh, dude.
And you drive by them, and there's legitimately like
Yeah, I
a
pulled
whisper
off.
scratch. Yes,
I
that's what
pulled
do
off
every
onto the
time.
next side street.
Yes,
I
I do that
put on my hazards,
all the time.
went to the side street. Like I hope this person knows to come over
Yeah.
here.
Oh, I
because-
tried that. So something similar happened to me when I was a little bit younger. So we were living off of Forest Hill, and same thing. We were at a stoplight, and all of a sudden I hear, wham, right into the rear. But being younger and stupid,
Yeah.
we had beers in between our legs, and when they hit me,
that's the
they
worst.
Beer went
spilled
everywhere?
all over the whole vehicle.
So now you're like
Now
on the
I'm
defensive.
fucked.
You're
Yes.
like, no, we can't call the cops.
Exactly.
You can go,
Well,
sir.
So I'm like, I
You
wait.
take off.
I turned exactly. I turned into the food line to do what you just talked about. My
Yeah.
man gasses it and runs. I'm like, oh shit! So I throw it in reverse, peel tires out of this parking lot, start chasing this dude into a high-speed pursuit down Forest Hill.
Nice.
Reeking of booze.
Reeking of booze. And I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking, like, what do we do? So
What do I do when I catch him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. I can beat him up. That ain't going to pay for my car or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but we weaving in and out of cars, chasing him, yelling at him, this and that. And then finally we were like, let's go back to the house, clean the car out, then call the fuzz. And then,
You guys
I was so shook up. I
license
started
plate
drinking.
and shit.
yeah, got his license
Yeah.
plate, went back, called the fuzz, which we were supposed to go to the bars. It was like, we're supposed to go to the bars at like 10. This happened at 9:30. We're like, fuck, we can't go
Ruined
now
our whole
because
night, yeah.
got to wait for Officer Farber to show up and take our police report. So we cleaned it all up, and he came, and I'll never forget, he called me like 2 weeks later and was like, I found the people. You want me to press charges or scare the hell out of them? And I was like, just scare the hell out of them, man. It's
So
all
no damage to your car, I
no,
guess?
like
Yeah.
homeboy hit me square in the trailer hitch, like
Oh,
dead
perfect.
in the.
His car's
His
jacked.
car got
dude,
jacked.
his front bumper was filleted up like a seagull. Like his wings were wide out and up, and my truck did nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, beers everywhere, and I was like, shit. Different times.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Did
that's how I am.
Were,
But so-
were your beers in the cup holder?
I had actually.
He's an adult.
Yeah, exactly.
He had
a
I'd
lid
hold
on
it
it.
in his knees. Yeah.
I'd actually been out prior to
Really?
this, and I had 2 drinks
Oh man.
over the course of like 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was fine. But before I left,
heroin.
everyone's. That's not accurate. Before I left,
Gotta get that vein going.
like, come on, have another.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I should.
I just don't think I should. And I made the right call because 3 beers.
'Cause the cops
you never-
came?
No, but you still, that's what you always worry about, though. Actually, I did made the wrong call. Had I had one more drink,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been rear-ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, that's how I think too. Whenever I have a couple beers in there, it's like I'm not worried about.
it's not worried about
myself.
you. It's
yeah.
the idiot
Oh, for sure.
whose
Who plows
phone
into you,
rings.
yeah.
So that night it happened.
Yeah.
Like I was not doing anything wrong. But no, I was fine. But I went and had to get a rental car because I had to drop my car off at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and got a rental car, and I go in there, and they're like, "Yeah, you have a $600 rental clause in like your insurance, so
Cool.
You get
I'll
that.
take the Lambo.
for
half an hour.
yeah, for
Yeah.
30 minutes, I'll
Right.
take it." But so they had all the
I
cars.
said good day.
You could keep that $8 insurance.
Yeah, that's right.
So they were like, "Well, yeah, we'll give you a subcompact," and I'm like, "Ooh,
Oh, miserable.
I was like, I can't. I got 2 kids. I got to take to school.
By
every
the way,
morning.
those like adjectives they put on those cars are ridiculous. Like I just rented a car, and there's like 8 different classes
Yeah,
of cars.
I
There's
know.
like compact. There's like subcompact, compact,
Midsize.
blah, blah. So like I got like a midsize, which was like a brand new Hyundai Elantra or something, and they're like, for an extra $100 for the week, we can upgrade you to the Ford, like whatever the top of the line Ford was.
Like,
And
that's not a better car.
I was like, I'm driving at 5 miles to Disney World twice a day. I have small kids. Like, I don't need. No.
Right. As long as it keeps the rain from hitting.
Yeah,
them, pretty
exactly.
You and I had a very different approach to this. I
Yeah.
was like, I can't do that. I can't take that car. And they're like, well, sometimes we can upgrade you to like the next class up, which
Right.
means nothing. And he's like, so you can get like one of the small SUVs or a compact car. And they had like 4-door Jeep Wranglers out on the lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what about the small SUV? That's the 4-door Jeep Wrangler. That's a
Yeah.
small SUV. And the guy's like, oh, I mean, I guess sometimes we can do that, but I got to get manager approval. And I'm like, yep, let's
Yeah,
go
you
talk
do.
to the manager.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Go talk to the manager
Right.
because I'm getting with that thing. And I talked to them. They're like, yeah, you get about 3 weeks out of the subcompact. You only have the Jeep Wrangler for about 2 weeks. I'm thinking they're changing a fucking bumper.
Right.
It's like, give me the 4-door Jeep Wrangler then. She was like, all right, done deal.
By the
So-
way, they tell you it's going to be 2 weeks.
They haven't told me anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that
they
should
just-
take 30 minutes.
They just know that that's how much money I have. So they're
Yeah.
like, that's how long it'll last
Yeah.
you. I'm like, well, I'll take the gamble.
No, I
want
meant
the-
for your car. Did they tell you?
I haven't heard back from them yet.
I mean, I
don't
know they
even
got to get the
what-
part, but I mean, still, if it's just a bumper
The
replacement?
accident happened 2 weeks ago. I just got the Wrangler on this weekend. So, I mean, they've had 2 weeks to order the part. They already
Wow.
know it needs to be
okay.
replaced, you know?
Tell them to keep it for 2 weeks. Be like,
There's part of me that wants to be like, just take your time.
Yeah,
take
yeah.
your time. Or just
Right.
go back and be like, this does not matter.
you better have it by and give the date that you have to turn the Jeep back in.
I'm gonna need rental money.
But those 4-door Jeep Wranglers, I've been always suspect about them. Like a Jeep Wrangler it's a 2-door. It's a short wheelbase, badass utilitarian vehicle. I mean, I had a Jeep Wrangler. I've had multiple Jeeps. I love them. The 4-doors, the 4-doors look odd
hideous.
until you jack them up. The moment you jack them up, they look cool.
For sure.
And I'm like, that's badass.
Look like Hummer trucks.
I drove out of there, man. I have been.
The only thing with the 4-door Jeep is I think that times have changed. Nowadays, it's legitimately a dice roll as to whether it's a chick driving it or a dude driving it, right?
Yeah, whereas it used to be 80% dudes in
Yes.
the small Jeep. And you get those outlier women, and they're just hot.
There's
You
a
just
salt
immediately-
life sticker.
Yeah,
some
exactly.
Yeah.
But the 4-doors, you know,
The
I've-
guys have the jack on the back, and it's army green
Yep,
with
yep.
black wheels.
but now that I'm in it
Yeah.
and like driving around in it, I mean, it's every bit a Jeep.
I would love to drive it around, man. I want to.
You
know,
should.
One of the problems with them to me has always been how much they were Swiss cheese, and they rattle,
Yeah.
and they don't seal well.
This thing
and-
doesn't rattle very much.
Really?
But it's still exposed metal everywhere.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's definitely a Jeep. You see every hinge. You see everything that's going on. I'm like, all right.
Well,
Is
it's
there
made.
any-
I mean, it's made to be tough, right? It's made to get wet inside, get muddy, dirty. Like it's not. It's not gonna have.
Is it?
I would think so.
That's what I'm. Is it the same way?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's
Oh, the
different.
new ones are too.
There's different levels that. I mean, you can get those. I'm sure those like Sahara versions
they
have
got 'em
like the
with
trims
leather.
that like you don't even want to breathe on wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
see those too, like where they've done like $50,000 worth of mods on them. You're like, dude, you're not even taking it through a mud puddle. Like, what are what are you doing with that? Like, it's crazy. Pisses me off.
It's wild, but I've changed my tune a little. I'm kind of like, ooh, I kind of like this.
I never thought the 4-door Jeeps weren't cool.
I just always
I don't
kind
think
of
they're
thought
cool.
Really?
they're not right. I mean, they're too long. The beauty of the Jeep was that it's so short that it can get over anything. You know, it's like the back wheel gets to it before long, and then you're up and over the rock or whatever it.
To me,
needs to be.
the 4-door Jeep was never cool because the whole point of the Jeep to me is you fling the doors and the top off, and it's quick and easy. Like those 4-door ones, you got to have somewhere to store all 4 doors. It's a pain in the ass. Getting the top on it off is a pain in the ass. It's more work. It's not as simple as
It is, but it's a bigger vehicle. So
it is. That's true. The 4-door. Spoiler alert: the 4 doors are bigger than the 2 doors. I hadn't thought about that, but thanks for pointing that out.
I'm glad I could help. So, a Jeep Wrangler, let's take it to the 2-door. Manual or automatic when you go buy one?
Depends on what it is.
No, would you want a manual
Depends
or
on
automatic?
what it is. Is it my daily car? Is it my fun car?
That's fair. I think
I
if
wanted-
it's your daily, you're willing to go automatic
Yeah.
maybe. But in my mind, a Jeep should always be stick shift.
Yeah.
Because it's a Jeep. It's a toy on some level. It's still your fun car. Even if it's your daily, you've resigned yourself to the fact that it's going to be a fun car.
Since I was a child, I've always wanted a Jeep Wrangler. That is my, if I ever have the space and the time and the money, that's going to be my toy car. But what I want is a piece of crap that's, runs well, but looks like hell. I can throw the doors off of it, throw a bikini top on it, and just throw a cover on it when I'm
So
not driving
100% stick shift in your world because it's
Yes.
a toy.
But I would also take, if it had everything else I was cool with, I'd take an automatic because I'm I don't care. Like the good thing about the automatic is my wife be able to drive it sometimes.
Are they still making the 4 doors in manual?
They do.
Really?
But now that I've driven the regular 2-door and I've driven the 4-door, I think I'm coming around where I'm like, I would never get the stick shift or the automatic in the 2-door, but in the 4-door,
It's more SUV.
you're kind of lying to yourself that this is a fun Jeep.
Why?
It's a family hauler.
But the doors on the top come off.
They do, which still makes it fun.
But you never would take all of them off.
Well, I think I would. I mean, if I had one.
Once a year, you take all 4 doors and the top off.
Well, if you get a soft top, it's just the old roll it back. But you're right. With the hard top, it's 3 different pieces that need to come off. That's a lot of effort, especially, and then the doors, like you said, 4 of them. But as I'm looking at it, I'm like, this thing is still a Jeep, but it's an SUV, it's a minivan, it's a family hauler. I think it's totally acceptable to go automatic in the 4-door, whereas I don't think I would ever consider that in the 2-door because I think they're 2 totally different vehicles that suit 2 totally different purposes. And it probably goes back to is it your fun car or your daily driver? A 4-door, you don't buy to be the fun car. It's your daily driver that has fun.
Yeah.
So I think
It
it's
scratches
totally...
the itch in both ways.
Yeah. But I think you can go automatic in that because it feels different in the 4-door because it's such a big vehicle.
So when you buy one,
soon.
Are you? Seriously?
I don't know. There's part of me that's enjoying it. Let's give it 2 weeks of like going through work, like driving to Pittsburgh and stuff and see how I really feel about it. Because if it just rattles you the whole time, then...
Yeah, I feel like they always do beat you up.
Is it super loud?
It's not. That's what I'm surprised. And I don't know if that's because the hard top.
Well,
it's all buttoned
new,
up.
I mean, the new ones have and yours has the full doors, so that helps. The hard top, that helps. Like, it's just, they're getting better.
It's the quietest Jeep I've ever driven.
I'm sure.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, the Miata.
It's also
That's
the
why,
newest.
That's how they sell them to chicks.
Yeah, they've become more refined, even though they still have all the Jeep characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I got one and I got the 4-door, I might actually go automatic. And
Yes, because you have to drive it everywhere.
Yeah, because it'd be my daily driver.
For sure.
And then the wife could drive it, and if you sold it, everybody could drive it.
Yeah,
You got to think each year
work
is
on
less and less people can drive sticks. Like, it won't be long before no one can drive them.
It's crazy.
Well, that's why the other cars are stick shift because I enjoy that. But I think you're right. Plus, if you work in it, you're like on the phone, you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Shifting gears is a bear when you're trying to do
yes.
all that
Yeah.
crap. So I think I've come around a little bit because the 4-door Jeeps are not Jeeps. They're just something else that's cool.
Yeah.
I think I've come around. It's just I did not expect
I just
that.
feel like they look cooler than the regular Jeeps.
You really do. The 4-door you think
For sure.
looks better.
Absolutely. Maybe it's because of all the cool stuff they put on them.
Yeah, you should go look at this one is stock and it's bare bones because it's a rental.
Yeah.
So it's got the bigger engine in it, but it doesn't have a single like feature. It's got
Which
power
means it probably
windows.
rides smoother, though, than most of them.
Okay, because it doesn't have bigger tires,
Right.
and,
Yeah.
all that. Maybe that's part of what I'm digging. But I
Yeah.
am liking sitting higher up and like the feeling. I did take the top off the other day. I picked up Troy. I took at least the front top, and it felt pretty good.
Nice.
We shall see. We shall see.
You should definitely get
Unfortunately,
one.
It gave me but they're way overpriced for what they
They've
are.
always been.
Yeah, they just hold value too much.
Yeah,
they
everybody loves
only they plateau at a certain point and then they just stay there.
Yeah.
Like forever. But these new ones, I don't think you would want to just leave the top off all summer. I've had Jeeps that you just leave the top off.
Yeah.
It just rains.
That's what I want.
No.
With a
can't-
cover. I mean, you can put a cover over.
Yeah, but there's old Jeeps can be treated like that. Like the
Yeah.
old Square Light, the YJs, people would just leave the top off those all summer. You can't. I don't think you can do that in the new ones.
I just looked up on the board, and it reminded me we teased something last episode.
We did. I'd love
At
to
the
get
end
to
of the
it.
last episode, and I had totally forgotten about it until I just saw it written up on the big board.
We also
that?
have a.
You forgot?
It's your topic.
It's your
Oh.
topic.
Very top.
Very top.
Oh, yes.
It's an interesting one. We also have
It
a
is.
deli we can get into and then hit
Yeah.
that.
You mean at the deli?
This deli has been a very long time coming from
Really?
our friend Young Jimmy. Young Jimmy down in Asheville. He sent us this 6-pack in the mail in July.
It's been in the Yeti staying cold that whole time?
It went out into the mail system, and it was returned 3 weeks later to him. What? It was a return. Like, we can't accept this. The box mangled and destroyed. Now, in July, when he got this, he said, this is a deli winner. He was so amped up. He sent the thing. 3 weeks later, he calls me up. It's now August. He's like, hey, man, the beer came back. Because I kept telling him it's not there. He's like, well, by my calculations, it should have been there yesterday. I'm like, dude, it's not here. 3 weeks later, he gets it back. Then he tried to, like, bring it again. I just happened to be in Asheville this week, and he met me in a TGI Fridays parking lot, specifically to bring us this beer that he has held on to. Apparently, you cannot even get this beer anymore. It's by some brewing company.
You mean like it's
like
seasonal?
it's a seasonal?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a
I thought you
summer
meant like
beer.
they stopped making it.
Now, the problem with this beer is it was sent in the dead of summer through the mail for 3 weeks, being beaten around hot-ass places, sent back, now frozen again. We shall see how it turns out. But it is a company called Boojum, Boojum, Boojum Brewing Company.
Waynesville,
That's where it's out
North Carolina.
of. Waynesville, North Carolina. And it is their
It's 5%.
Muir. The Muir is all it's called. It's a raspberry saison. And he was so excited in July that he had a deli winner.
It's potent on the nose, that's for sure.
Ooh, it does have some stink. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how this is
Is
going
this
to
considered
go.
an IPA or no?
No, it's a saison. So it's more like a wheat style beer along the lines of what you like. But I don't know what to make of that. I had one sip.
It's raspberry, right? Yeah, raspberry.
No denying that. Definitely has some of that. 5% alcohol, so I'll take
It tastes
that.
stronger than that.
To me, it tastes a little more effervescent. Like it's got like a
Bubbly.
like a Sprite, like it's a.
I'll give you that. Now that I've had a second sip, the profile changed a little for the better, in my mind.
Says it's an ale.
Yeah, but it
On the
says
back.
raspberry saison on the bottom, so I guess ale just comes down. There's got to be something in there to make it a saison. So maybe it's wheat, and then the way they brew it makes it an ale.
Fruit, spice, subtle earthiness makes for the perfect vessel.
You've been dropping some belches tonight, man. You okay over there?
As far as I know.
Brendan, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I can take a stab at this. Give me one more.
One more pull.
I completely agree with your effervescent. It's definitely
I like it.
yeah, but that's what I think makes it a great summer beer. Like this is really poor timing on young Jimmy's part to provide us with this beer going into December, but it definitely has a strong raspberry kick. But I don't want to say that to make people think that it's overly sweet because
It's not.
It's not. There's
No.
just
It's
raspberry.
got a taste
there.
on the ass end that's like,
I don't know what to make of that.
I don't either.
But the more I drink it, the more I appreciate the raspberry in it. It's almost the way if you ever go and get an unsweet tea that has like hibiscus or raspberry in it or something, you
Yeah.
go to like a Panera and it has like that level of fruitiness. That's about what you're dealing with here. So I think the raspberry is a little understated despite the first sip coming at you. The saison is definitely understated. I couldn't identify that it was a saison if you asked me to.
No.
So I almost would say ale, and I think
I
that's
would
what
have gone
Ely was
with
getting
the
at.
what's the beer that they mix with like lemonade or whatever?
Like a shandy.
Yeah, like a shandy.
I think though, as I drink it, I've had a few more sips. I think that's a damn good beer.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 3.5, and that's being generous in the wrong direction. It could be a 4. I'll go 3.5 for now. That's good. I like it.
I'll go next because that's how we do it. I really like this beer.
This is how we do it.
I agree with Brendan. This is to me the delicious. The raspberry isn't over the top. It's just a hint of raspberry on the front end. It fades out immediately.
Did you think the raspberry was over the top on your first sip, though?
Yes.
I did.
That's what's crazy, isn't it?
I did. And
How
after
it
the
fades?
second sip, I was like, oh, no,
Me
this
too.
is. In fact, I just had another sip while you were talking. I'm officially going to the 4. I'm going to give it the 4. I like it.
Yeah,
It's for a summer beer, that's tasty.
So yeah, I think the raspberry is just the perfect amount of raspberry. I like whatever is making it bubbly. You know, it finishes light, clean, crisp. I would definitely recommend this, and I would definitely have more than one of these. I could give this a 4, maybe a 4.5, but a solid 4 all day long. I think this is really good.
That's a damn good summer beer. Like, across the board, that's a damn good summer
I mean,
beer.
to me, the whole winter summer thing is kind of silly.
But if
I mean,
you
I
were,
agree.
if you
I can
just,
drink
if
it.
you
If
just,
It's a
my
good
taste
beer
buds don't
now.
change.
It's a good beer now, but yes, if it's 95 degrees outside and you're standing around the grill, this would be better than today.
that's what I'm saying. If you had just come in from mowing the lawn, your wife handed you that, you'd be pretty psyched.
I'm
But
pretty psyched any season that you handed it to me.
True.
well, I'm glad to see that at least for Troy and I, young Jimmy's efforts have been rewarded. Thank you for taking the time to meet me in that TGI Fridays parking lot on the way when I was on my way out of town.
This is delicious.
Yeah, that's good. But the opinion I care the most about, standing to my right.
I mean, yeah, I told you I enjoy it. I'm pretty much deadlocked with where you guys are. The raspberry is not overly strong. I'm not sure what's happening at the end there. It's got this weird taste, like it's almost like a heavy beer at the end.
I don't have that.
I don't know what that is.
It could be the fact that it was shipped for 3 weeks and then
It
stored
could
in a
be.
closet.
Could be, yes.
But it's refreshing, and I really enjoy it. I'd probably... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a deli. I just can't tell if it's a 3.5 or a 4. It's probably a 4.
Oh, I love it. There you go. Young Jim, your efforts have been rewarded.
4s across the board.
Nailed it.
That's a damn good beer.
It is a good beer.
If
Yeah.
you ever get to Wayne, Tucky, wherever the hell this is from.
Waynesville, North Carolina.
Waynesville, North Carolina.
Winchester,
Go-
Fieldville.
Yes. Look up
Dr.
Boojum.
Pepper.
Boojum Brewing Company. MUR. Mur.
The Muir.
Like Frank Muir.
Well, that's what that little. I don't know what that little.
Does anybody know who did Tito Ortiz or another dude win? Chuck Liddell.
One
on
of them
Saturday?
won.
I didn't see because they're so old.
I know.
You can't trick
who
me into
Did
this.
they
watch
fight?
it? Yeah.
I feel like I saw no highlights about that or talk about
me
it.
either.
So, Ely,
That's
what's all
probably
this
why.
talk about baby names? What exactly are we?
have
Why do I
hilarious-
have it on my board?
I have a hilarious story about
Have we
that.
talked about? Has that been thrown out there?
I did just say it earlier.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said
you
there was
did
2
say it
pregnant
earlier.
women. So, yeah, we're having a kid. Angela's due in May.
Congratulations! I
Appreciate
dig it. Dig
We're
it.
pretty stoked about it.
Solid work.
Yeah, it was great. It was
The
fun.
old
Lots of
Thunder
fun.
Pump. The old Thunder Pump worked this time.
Nailed it. Yeah. So yeah, we're extremely excited. But there was a hilarious thing that happened. And I don't know. I think I told you guys the story, but
Baby
we
names
were
are tough, dude.
They are tough, and it's like baby names. You find out the people that you really hate when you go through baby
Yes.
names because everybody correlates a name
Oh,
with the kid
God.
that they knew.
Yeah.
I know
everyone
where
does.
this is going.
Yeah.
Everybody does. You know, you're
It's
like,
true though. They were
oh,
like,
can't
what,
be Jason. Everybody knew that
Yep.
guy or whatever it is.
He was the worst.
what about Becky? Well, Becky's a whore.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Why would I name
You don't
her
remember?
Becky?
Oh, wait, no,
That
you
turbo
weren't
slut, Becky.
there. Exactly.
It is
How
amazing
dare
how
you.
that works.
Yeah.
You just immediately equate it back to some girl in high school. Be like, no, God, no. Or
Right.
that dude was an
For
asshole.
sure. You always do.
I can tell you right now, I'll never name a guy Randy.
Right.
That son of a bitch
He
used
was
to
the
punch
worst.
me in the arm. I'm like, fuck you, Randy.
That's right.
Still to this day.
If you had a boy, you named it Tyler, though.
Yeah, you would.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's in the running.
I know. It's at the top.
Or Styles.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story for another
For
day.
sure.
But it is funny how that works.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
I
you
find it
just-
hilarious because my youngest son has a weird name, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I like that." I'm like, "No, you don't. No, you don't." And don't. I mean, I don't care if you like it.
Why
Like,
don't you think they like it?
it's a weird name.
Weird doesn't mean that people don't like it. Weird just means they've never heard it before.
100% of the people, I guarantee, do not hear that name and go, "Yeah, that's cool." Yeah, I'm sure they go back and go, "Why the hell is he naming his kid that? That's really
Why?
weird." Because that's how people are.
My wife used to.
I feel like that's
She
maybe
would-
that's the way it used to be.
My wife won't tell anyone the kids' names that she's thinking of because she doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want the influence of either the look. You know, how, like
Yep.
She shouldn't let him influence her. That's her. That's on her. That's on
it.
her.
She's like, the easiest way for them never to influence me is never to
It's
say it.
hilarious that you're bringing this up because Angela and I had this conversation because she wanted a name that I thought was so bad.
Listeria?
And no.
No, because that's bad.
And she...
Arangela.
And legitimately, every person that she brought it up to was like, yeah.
Oh, no. So she lost her name that she liked?
Yeah, because I was not having it.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
But I was
But
like,
they were truthful. They weren't.
right.
Because a lot of people usually just tell you.
And that's what I said to
Yeah.
him. I'm like, don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah,
Tell her.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you say the name?
It was Tobias.
Tobias is bad.
Because it's going to be Toby, and Toby's got to be the worst.
Yeah.
on
Nah,
earth.
Toby's cool.
Toby's
Toby's
God,
probably
man.
better than Tobias.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
I've known people
I
named
totally
but you know what?
disagree.
I've known people
Tobias
named
is
Toby.
way better than Toby. Toby's what they named Kunta Kinte, and Toby is the Schmegel from The Office.
Toby.
That's true. He's the HR guy,
Yeah,
right?
Tobias is way more awesome.
And Toby-
There's zero masculinity in Toby.
Toby
No Toby.
wasn't
you know.
Tobias is in Arrested Development.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh,
It's
really?
the Arrested Development character, and it's not a
David
great character.
Cross's character.
Oh, that's
He's a
awesome.
never nude. He showers in cut off jean shorts. I'm a never nude. Don't make fun of me.
That is great.
I mean, that's what I went to when I heard Tobias. I immediately pictured
Really?
David Cross. Yeah.
Oh, see, I think there's another
I knew it Toby.
bad guy in Iron Man.
I knew it Toby when I was like a young kid, and he was always a cool.
Oh,
dude.
really?
So that's why I
It
immediately.
is funny
am like,
how
Toby.
you graft that onto somebody.
You do,
Like
for
Yeah.
sure.
this guy I knew 30 years ago. I'm grafting onto your unborn child.
So another one that she wanted was Beck, and I'm like, that may be an awesome name, but everyone thinks you did it because of Beck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if Beck didn't exist, that name would be cool.
Yeah,
but
that's
now
a cool
everybody's
name.
like,
That is a cool name. And actually, it's so cool. It's on a kids show that my kids watch.
oh really?
Yeah. There's a dude named Beck.
Yeah,
and that'll change the generational
Yeah.
outlook on that name.
for sure.
Because then they'll
'Cause
equate to him.
we all come up and like
Yeah.
you say Zach, and we're all like Morris.
Yeah.
like that's just where we are because of when we came up. The kids will probably
Slater.
equate.
Right.
Slater's
Yeah.
a badass name, dude.
Dude, Slater. Throw that in the running.
We did it. So Dalton is up there because that's a
Dalton,
family
fuck
name.
yeah.
That's a family name.
Now you've got
it
to
might
go
be
with
a
it.
middle name.
Yeah.
Actually, Dalton's strong as shit.
For
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. See
Can
that
you just
spinning back kick he
go
used
with
to do?
Dalton?
He ripped
Dalton-
someone's
What's
throat out.
Sam
Dalton
Elliott's
Tobias
character's name?
Ely.
What's Sam Elliott's character?
No, Tobias Dalton was actually her favorite on earth.
Actually, that actually sounds good. I was
Minus
joking
the
saying
Tobias?
Dalton, Tobias.
Yes.
Oh,
You're
Toby
right.
D.
Toby D.
What
Yeah.
is Sam Elliott's character's name in that movie?
I don't remember.
In which one?
In Roadhouse. Because if you name him that Dalton,
Yeah.
that's going to be pretty badass.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
I got to look it up now.
So
Full Roadhouse.
So we're down at the river a few weeks ago, and we're talking about names with another couple, and Jacob's there, and the other couple's got one like Jacob's best friend is hanging out and all that. So we're checking on names. We're talking, what about just doing what we're doing here? What about this?
Yeah.
And people are giving their opinion and all that, and so
Wade Dalton.
doesn't work. Oh, that was his name.
Dalton
That's
Wade.
Right. That was his name.
I like Toby Wade.
Yeah. So we're sitting there talking about names, and we're shooting things back and forth. And, dude, the whole from the mouth of babes thing, Jacob's friend, without missing a beat, he stops and he goes, wait, we should probably find out if the baby's black or not, because then we can name him something like Jeremiah.
Oh, that's interesting. Just out of nowhere, like we should figure that out.
Legitimately out of nowhere, he says that shit.
I
And
love that.
my face was like, oh, that is awesome. The best thing I've heard all weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, though, it's worth noting.
Yeah.
Like you
it
should
is.
take it
Yeah.
into consideration.
And now
sure.
Jeremiah's in the running.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That was, it was, and like, if you could have seen his face, like when we, the adults, are laughing, he's like,
I love the innocence of
yeah,
kids.
exactly.
Like that's the most
Yeah.
the
beautiful
best part
thing
about it.
Yeah.
We're like laughing, and he's like, what's so funny, dumbasses?
Yeah.
Have you, like,
Yeah,
what?
like you haven't even seen the kid,
Exactly.
you idiot.
Exactly.
And you know what?
Yes.
He's not wrong.
And the fact that he's like, because you could name him something like Jeremiah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Because Jeremiah's not on the table
Right.
until. And then he leaves out the part where he jerks him up by the neck and is like, do you know something I don't know, son?
That's right, exactly. No, I was like, we haven't gotten that test result yet.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
You're solid. Are you going to be a
That's
doctor?
Yeah.
Are you going to be a doctor, kid? Because I think
That's a good way to handle
my
it, though.
God.
We haven't made it that far in the pregnancy to know.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
No,
Like,
I told him.
like that's
The real deal.
fantastic. I love the innocence of kids.
It
when
was
they say
amazing.
stuff,
I just
man.
like he was just like, that's so matter of fact about it. Like, yeah, we got to find that out first. And you're like,
This podcaster
Dude.
I listen to talks about how one of the best times of your life is when your kids are young and they mispronounce and missay things all the
he's
time.
dead on because I
Yes.
love it. When
Yes.
your kid gets out of that, you miss that.
Dude,
There's still a word that I use to this day because I think it
Appreciate?
makes sense. No, you fucking asshole. You're such a dick, dude.
I mean,
It's Lasterday. My daughter's my oldest daughter used to be like Lasterday when we were talking, and I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
and I'm like, yeah, Lasterday makes
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
perfect sense because
I've never heard that, and that's awesome. I
Yeah,
would
it
use
is.
that.
I'm kind of hard. Like I'll say it was a week ago. I'll say it was 2 weeks ago. It's all. My wife's like, it was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But Lasterday does allow me to stretch the next day back a week.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's
kinda
Lasterday.
yesteryear.
You're like, you're throwing a wide net out there.
For
like,
sure.
Yeah. Lasterday, I saw this
I
and
like
I'm like,
that.
I like that word.
Yeah.
And I've kept it. And she lost it like 6 months later.
Ah.
And it broke my heart.
It is the worst.
I was like, ugh, look at you, grown up.
Yep.
I remember Lasterday when you were just a child.
Yeah.
So last Friday, I was raking leaves with both my boys. We were blowing leaves, raking them up. We started piling them in the trailer, which I have a little trailer. My neighbor comes over, is like, yeah, you need more trailer. He's like, come. He's like, put all the leaves in my trailer. He's 75 years old. So we load up his trailer, and he's like, I got a place out in Fluvanna. I'll take him out there and dump them for you. And I was like, dude, how are you going to get all these wet leaves off there? He's like, oh, I got a blower. I'll blow them off. And I was like, well, we're not doing anything. If you want to ride out there, we'll go out there. So he's like, yeah, come on out there. So he's got like 65 acres. We go out there. His blower doesn't work. Thank God we happened to go. So we had to scoop them
Yeah.
all off. So then he's like, hey, you want to come see the rest of the property? We're like, yeah. And he's like, he's got a sawmill out there. He's got all these like outhouses,
that's
like
cool.
sheds.
That's
and he's
really
got,
cool.
So we go back there. He's got heavy equipment. Like he's got all this cool stuff. He looks at the boys. He goes, you want to drive the backhoe?
No,
My kids are
I
like,
do. Invite me out there.
what?
Yeah.
So
I'm in.
he like, I thought he was going to get in and like teach them, like, here, sit with me. No, he just put the 6-year-old in there and was like,
Threw him the keys, said, let's go have a whiskey.
he goes, when I say stop, you just raise your hands. So he let both boys operate the backhoe.
That's
totally. Yeah. I've never operated a backhoe.
Yeah.
I'm like telling them, I'm like, dude, I'm jealous. Like, I've never gotten to do it. So after they were done, he was like, now you got to get in there because I need you to come out here and work with me sometimes anyway. So I was like, cool. The whole point of the story was my 9-year-old's like, dude, working that tobacco was awesome today.
Oh my.
So I've been riding
That
him.
is awesome.
I was like,
I should tell him about college, man. I loved working tobacco.
Yeah.
so even the 6-year-old's like, tobacco? It's a tobacco. He's like, no, tobacco.
I love
I was like,
the younger one's correcting the older one.
Yeah, like, stop
Dummy.
correcting him. That's hilarious.
Yeah. That is great.
Yeah, you don't want him to get rid of those dummy words.
No.
They're
so
the
I put the video on Facebook, and then my buddy's mom worked at Carter for like 30 years and retired, and she was like, yeah, you're wrong. It's not a backhoe. It's an excavator.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, guess we're all wrong here.
Guess
son.
we're all a bunch of idiots just
Yeah.
sitting around
The big brain
chewing
on.
bacco, driving
Yep.
tobacco.
For sure. Exactly.
And I was telling him, I was like, it's actually a traco because it's a backhoe with tracks on
Tracks.
it, so it's a
Yeah.
traco. Nope, it's an excavator.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that is the best. And now that you mention it, there's something
I
that-
might work Lasterday into my.
Lasterday
should.
is a good word.
Yeah.
It's the name of the episode.
Should be.
Lasterday Stache.
Yeah,
Because it will be coming out. A lot of people will listen
Yeah.
to this after the stashes are gone.
Yeah.
Lasterday Stache.
Nailed it.
what were you saying? I interrupted you. I'm
No, I have no
sorry.
idea.
Sorry
No
to
clue.
interrupt you. But those names, that is amazing when kids talk like
Yeah.
that.
But it is. But we thought we have names worked out, then we picked one, and now we may be going back on it, so I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
That's a great story, though.
Yeah. Killing me, dude.
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got the Ely belches over here. That is an effervescent beer.
It is. It's very gassy.
Good God. So I got busted today, and I feel a little bad about it. I put a mustache post out on Facebook, and I put on some aviator sunglasses, and I didn't put on a pair of nectars.
You have aviator nectars.
I do, but in the moment, I didn't have them near me, and it was a kind of an impromptu photo. I didn't really think about it, and I posted it. First comment back, Sean from Nectar Sunglasses.
Gotcha.
He's like, strong stash, weak glasses. I was like, oh, dagger. I felt pretty bad. And
Fucked up, AA Ron.
yep. And don't forget, if you do have an opportunity, you want some nectars,
They're
go on over there.
50% right now.
Well, they're 30% tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you drop ITPH in the
Yeah.
Coming
coupon
out
code.
later.
Yeah. So if you missed
If you
the
can go back
segment,
in time
let me know. I want to go
to
back
88 miles an hour,
I'm going to go back about 15 years. Take care of some shit.
tell that guy, no thank you, sir.
Yeah, but- I don't even get that joke.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. No, but I got
You'd
busted.
still be straight if you would have said no thank you. See?
I'd just be closeted.
Yeah, fair point.
It doesn't change the internal.
We wouldn't know. The show would be totally different.
I feel like I catch shit for shit I never did on this show.
You'd be talking about your cool manly shit.
Yeah, that mustache looks like a grown man's mustache. Yeah, but I definitely
I was in
got
my drag car the other day.
no funny joke.
Yeah, exactly. Nailed it.
But do head over to Nectar Sunglasses. Drop ITPH in the coupon code. You will get 30% off. I'm still excited that Sean bumped that up. I did send him a picture where I made it better.
There
I put
you
on the
go.
proper glasses, and I got to be honest, I looked a lot tougher in those glasses.
Yeah. They're better.
It should have been a no-brainer. But 30% off of Nectars is an absolute steal. You should definitely be doing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's a good deal, man. And you can get all the other stuff they got.
Yeah.
Shirts,
Flags.
hats, flags, you name it. Koozies. A koozie from there at 30% off, damn near free.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did I see that we're getting new koozies? Are we finally getting our gear back up?
I think we're supposed to.
Good.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have the... Thank you for derailing me. I'm trying to run a show.
Anytime.
You can
That's what we're here for.
you can put googly eyes on anything, and it's hilarious.
I know, isn't
It
it?
really is.
For sure.
I mean, it is pretty damn funny. I'd never seen googly eyes on that before.
No, that was a little odd. Not as odd as this,
This
though.
is great pod.
What? Yeah, it's the best, dude.
If you guys haven't had a chance though to reach out to us and donate some money, seriously, this is insane. If you guys haven't had a chance to donate some money, this is the best cause that we rally behind every year. You know, the M4K
It's our only rally.
M4KRichmond.org. Go over there, find someone to donate to. I mean, these are all solid children's charities that we're raising money for. And this episode will come out at the most critical time. The last 48 hours. Actually, it's going to be really like the last 24 hours before the dollars get tallied. And I can tell you
36
now,
probably.
we are pacing behind where we were last year. And that's unfortunate.
It's not going to happen.
Because our boy Keogh is the president.
Yep.
As we know, he came on the show. He made his plea. I don't want to let that guy down. I'm fighting hard for him.
Well,
I don't care who you donate to on our team. Just go out there, go to InsideThePalletHouse.com and just click on the mustache and donate some money. This is it's the time of year. This is I guess there's like a Giving Tuesday. That's like tomorrow. Everyone will miss that.
Yeah, we just passed Thanksgiving, too.
and I don't know why it matters because whenever I tell people I'm doing this, they're like, "Oh, that's cute," and I go, "Yeah, last year we raised $268,000." They go, "What?" It's like, "Oh, if I raise $5, it's not enough." But like,
It is funny how it changes people's perception.
like this is a legit effort every year. Like they've raised over we've raised over $1 million. You know,
we wouldn't have 9 people on our team growing if we didn't truly believe in it.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't have paid damn near $900 to match these guys.
yeah,
if I didn't believe what we were doing.
out of your own money.
Yeah, there's no two ways about
Yeah.
it. It definitely came out of our money. And here's the great news. I'm paying interest because I put it on a credit card. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty excited
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, why not?
Well, because I feel like there's two charities that
Why
care
pay
about.
$900 when you can pay $15?
Thank you, Troy.
Basically.
Science.
You get it.
Common math.
I need to pay it off. I'm just not quite there. I'll pay it off shortly. It's just going to cut into the Christmas fund just a bit. But you know what? There's other kids out there that honestly need stuff more than my kids, and I'm cognizant of that. So it doesn't bother me. So please do reach out. Go over to InsideThePalletHouse.com. Click on the mustache and donate some money. This is the last little bit.
Every little bit. You can do 5, 10. It doesn't matter.
And when you do, let us know if you're coming out to Triple Crossing this Friday. Would love to see you guys there. I would love to meet some more listeners. Last year we met a handful of listeners out at the Stache Bash.
Yeah.
That's when we met Lee. That's when we met Emily. It was good to see them. It's great when people come out. We get to know them, get a chance to interact. We certainly appreciate it. You get to see the fantastic mustaches that are on us. Do you know what you're dressing up as yet?
Nope.
I think I might be changing it up last minute because I
Me too.
haven't seen the whole crew getting together with like one uniform.
It's too late to do the tombstone thing.
So
Yeah.
I may shift gears. Come as the coach.
Think you should.
I think that might be not a bad.
That was a
one
great
to do.
TV show. You look just like him.
Yeah.
Craig T. Nelson?
I was going to be Dauber.
Yeah. You are a Dauber guy.
Dauber was the best on that show. I don't give a shit. Long story. So please do head over to m4k.org or m4krichmond.org or head over to Inside the Pallet House. It's the easiest way, InsideThePalletHouse.com. Just click on the mustache. And if you haven't had a chance to reach out to us otherwise, please do so over at InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. We'd love to hear what you're thinking about, what you're talking about. And if you get a chance, head over to the Facebook page and check us out. You actually could probably see, find your way to our sites and see the mustache grow slowly throughout the months.
Yeah,
It's
buddy.
a pretty good time. Instagram and Twitter, we're at ITPH Podcast. We would love to hear from you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in week after week. If you haven't had a chance to go out and rate us on iTunes or wherever it is you get your podcast, please do so. We would love to see that. Boy, I just can't get this thing to go. We may not have outro music today. I have tried 5 different times.
Oh, no.
It's brutal out there. It's
Not
brutal
good.
out there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be talking to you guys next week, or we'll be talking to you at the Stache Bash. It'll be great to see you. Let's grow this thing for those kids. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yep.
That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?